Topic 1. U.S. strikes on Iran, activated air defenses, and related fears for the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. forces struck military sites inside Iran overnight. The IRGC claims it retaliated against a U.S. airbase, and Kuwait activated air defenses, saying some ballistic missiles were intercepted, heightening Middle East tensions. Markets reacted with a sharp oil spike in volatility. Brent traded around 95 to 97, WTI near 90, with intraday moves of more than 3% before reports of a 60-day MOU truce prompted some profit-taking and adjustment. The physical disruption is severe. Vessel transits through the strait fell about 88% from 70 to 6 to 7 ships per day. Middle East oil, fuel and LNG exports roughly halved, and tanker charter rates briefly surged to tens of thousands of dollars per day. Asian stock indices slid. Korea, Japan, Australia, traders priced in elevated geopolitics-driven volatility and energy inflation, and markets will remain sensitive to any progress or setbacks in U.S. Iran negotiations. Topic 2. Tech and AI momentum. Chips, cloud swings, startups, and monetization moves. AI demand is surging, driving extreme swings in chip, cloud, and AI software names as companies race to secure compute, monetize services, and build custom hardware and platforms. Mistral says it is exploring its own chip design to cut token costs, is investing roughly €4 billion in inference data centers, France, Sweden, and aims to scale revenue toward $1 billion by 2026 while launching enterprise agent products. Snowflake reported strong results, quarterly revenue $1.39 billion, plus 33% YY, and committed $6 billion of 5-year AWS spend, including Graviton CPUs and GPUs. Hyperscaler's custom silicon trend, Graviton, Google Meta chips, is accelerating. Synopsys raised guidance on design tool demand as AI spurs chip projects. Meta is trialing paid AI tiers, $7.99, $19.99, and the red-hot AI story is pushing more firms toward trillion-dollar valuations even as macro risks remain. Inflation, household strain, food insecurity, and broader income pressure. The Fed's preferred PCE gauge warmed. April annualized PCE 3.8%, March 3.5%, monthly plus 0.4%, core PCE 3.3% annualized. Energy and tariffs plus supply factors contributed to the resurgence. Nominal consumption rose 0.5%, but real consumption only 0.1%. Disposable income fell nominally 0.1% and about 0.5% in real terms, and the savings rate plunged to 2.6% in April from 4.3% earlier in the year as households deplete cushions. NY Fed data show food insecurity jumping to 10% of households, Feb 2026, with non-white households at 19.1%. SNAP use and food donations have risen, and many cut savings to cover basics. Wage gains lag price rises, eroding purchasing power. Student loan anger and frozen repayment thresholds, worsening housing affordability, and a K-shaped recovery deepen inequality, and the Fed signals that rate cuts are unlikely near term. Topic 4. Major lawsuits and regulatory actions across sectors. Australia sued 3M in federal court for $2 billion plus $1.4 billion over PFAS contamination tied to firefighting foams, alleging hidden risks. 3M says it stopped selling the product in Australia decades ago and will contest the claim. CNN sued AI company Perplexity in the Southern District of New York for alleged unauthorized copying and distribution of articles. Other publishers have filed similar suits or pursued licensing, creating industry division over AI training and output. The EU fined Temu €200 million under the Digital Services Act for unsafe products and weak risk controls, toys, chargers. Temu is contesting and must submit a remediation plan. Fair housing groups sued the CFPB over Reg B changes that remove disparate impact consideration, arguing it weakens decades of anti-discrimination lending protections. Meanwhile, NY and NJ prosecutors are probing FIFA ticketing practices for consumer protection violations around seat reassignment and resale pricing. Topic 5. Electric vehicles and energy moves. Launches, storage deals, and luxury EV debates. NIO unveil.